Cowards die 1,000 times before their death. The valiant never taste of death but once. William Shakespeare.
Sometimes I wonder, what will my life be like if my parents hadn't died? There had to have been a brief stretch of time between my birth and their deaths in which they were together and happy. There had to have been. Somewhere in the depths of my mind must be the memory of me and my family just being a family. Doing what moms and dads and their kids do. Maybe I would have grown up to be a completely different person. Maybe I wouldn't be this sarcastic. Maybe I wouldn't be this impetuous. Maybe I would have been a little bit smarter than I seem to be. I know one thing for sure, though. I wouldn't be in this goddess-forsaken cell in the caverns underneath Kakariko Village! At least they left me my weapons. They must be pretty confident. Still not sure how I got here. After getting beat on by a dozen or so Shiekah I landed on, I must have blacked out, because when I woke up I was here, on this cold dirt floor and behind these bars. And I'm starting to wonder if I didn't imagine Shiek, too. Because why would he leave me in here? Oh well, then again, you never know if Shiek. Damn Shiekah and their goddess-damned secrets! I look up at the sound of a heavy iron door swinging inward. And speak of the devil, it's Shiek and a couple other Shiekah. He looks mad at me. That's fine, if I wasn't mad at him too, I might care more. He stops in front of my cell and we glare at each other.
You're supposed to be in the desert.
You're supposed to be in Darkling's clutches. Or better yet, dead. So I gotta ask, were you planning on letting me and the others in on your little secret that you were alive at any point in this time? Huh?
Watch your tone when speaking to a Shiekah.
Snaps one of the men behind him, taking a threatening step forward.
Show some respect.
I meet his gaze evenly, despite my stomach flip-flopping at the thought of yet another beating. The first one was bad enough. Yeah, I'll show respect when he's actually worthy of it.
Let it go.
Shiek says, raising a hand to stop the furious Shiekah.
You could beat him 1,000,000 times and it would change nothing. Take off your gloves, Link.
Huh? What? Why should I? He blows his blonde bangs out of his eyes impatiently.
Look, do you want out of here or not? Just take off your gloves.
Narrowing my eyes at him, I pull off my gloves one at a time. I absently scratch at the Triforce mark in the back of my hand. The other Shiekah's eyes widen simultaneously.
He is a child of destiny.
The cranky one gasps. His partner nudges him, and he quickly regains his composure.
Draw your sword, Link.
Giving him an odd look, I pull my gloves back on and draw my sword. It comes out of its sheath with its usual shimmering ring. The Shiekah blink at me.
See? The Master Sword. Just like I said, he's the hero of time. Now open up his cage!
The cranky one shifts awkwardly.
We should check with Detsu first.
Shiek grits his teeth and whirls around, wrapping his fist in front of the other Shiekah's uniform.
Don't bother me with your excuses! Do you want to be held responsible for keeping the hero of time from doing his duties? How are you going to explain it when Ganondorf returns and takes over the world, all because you were too cowardly to make a simple decision on your own without having to run to your superiors? Damn it, man, there isn't time for this!
He all but throws the other Shiekah at my cage. Looking stunned, for a Shiekah anyway, the cranky guard hurriedly unlocks my stall and opens the door. I cross my arms and walk out of it.
Come with me,
Shiek says stiffly, turning on his heel and walking out of the door without a further word. I look back at the other two Shiekah, but they stare impassively back at me. Well, these people are just a barrel of fun, aren't they? Shaking my head, I turn around and follow closely on Shiek's heels. He leads me on a zigzag course through the darkness of the caverns underneath Kakariko, lit only dimly by torches. Pharaoh. I never even imagined something like this even existed. Suddenly, I understand how such a small village could be the Shiekah capital of the world, and why I'd never seen a Shiekah here. I wonder how far these caverns go. After what seems like forever, Shiek finally stops in front of the door and enters through it. I follow him in and walk past him. It's a little bedroom. There's a bed in the corner, a dresser along the wall, and a few other odd objects. I blink when I look at the little shelf in the other corner. That's the slingshot I gave the Shiek the first Solstice Eve I spent in Castletown. I can't believe he still has that. Shiek shuts the door behind us. Well, maybe slammed is a better word.
What do you think you're doing?
I turn around and avoid his question. Where's Zelda? I need to talk to her.
She's not here.
I frown at him. He's lying. Yeah. Cut the crap, Shiek. I mean it. It's important.
She's busy. Look, she'll be back in a bit. What are you doing here? Why are you not with Naburu? Did you not listen to a word we said? Did you not learn anything from what happened at Lon Lon?
I glare at him. I've got a few questions to ask you. How is it you're here and not rotting in a dungeon somewhere? Why didn't you let me know you were okay? And where's Zelda, really? What happened to Impa? And what made you think that after what happened in Long Long, I'd be willing to sit in the desert digging sand out of my ears when I know for a fact that you guys are in trouble? He and I glare at each other for a long moment and then finally make frustrated noises.
Fine. Quid pro quo. You ask one, then I'll ask one.
Fine. Whatever. How did you escape from Darklink?
I didn't get free until after you got away. I was injured. I must have passed out. When I woke up, I headed for Kokiri Forest, and the Kokiri told me where you'd all gone. I came back here because I could be of the most use here. What are you doing here?
I heard Noburo talking to someone. K-Pora or something. About a distress call from Zelda. Something about Impa going missing and a traitor among the Shiek... Okay. I lower my voice when Shiek frantically gestures for me to do so. Okay. So, I got on Epona and took off. I knew Noburo wouldn't let me go without a fight, so I figure I avoid it by going off on my own.
A friend of yours, Neesha, has gone missing. Is she with you?
Yes. Okay, now you got to ask too, now I get to ask too.
Fine.
Shiek says, crossing his arms. Why didn't you let me know you were alright? Do you have any idea what the thought of Darklink having you and everyone from Long Long Ranch has been doing to me?
I didn't let you know I was all right because that would have just led to more questions about what was going on here. And then if you found out I knew, you'd do exactly what you've already done and put yourself and everything else at risk by rushing down here. And yes, I know exactly what the thought of Darklink having us has been doing to you because the same thoughts run through my mind about if he ever got a hold of you.
He pauses and I gesture for him to ask his question. He frowns at me suddenly.
Are you still angry with me?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm very, very angry. And this whole situation hasn't exactly helped matters either.
Link.
Shiek starts, and I can already see what he is going to say. The same song and dance he's been giving me for years. No, Shiek, no. It's one thing to be secretive and lie to me when it's not serious. You know, like when we were kids, and we're just fooling around, and it's not that important. But when you lie to me about things like me, then we've got a problem. You knew about this whole Hero of Time thing and you hid it from me. You knew about Darklink and you hid that from me too. You lie to me all the damn time.
I do not!
You do so. You still are.
Prove it.
My eyes narrow. Oh, okay. Where's Zelda?
I told you, she's not...
Case in point.
Link, I can't explain it, all right? I can't tell you where she is. Can't you just accept that?
I consider for a minute accepting it. I'm used to accepting it. It's what I've always done in the past. But this time's different. Time to empty an upset mind. No! No, I can't! Shiek, I am tired of the damn secrets. There's too many secrets! You, the sages, everyone... No one will be straight with me. No one will tell me anything, and you're all trying your damn hardest to keep me in the dark about it. What he doesn't know won't get him killed. That's what Noburo said when K-Pora was asking her if she was going to tell me about the people I care about are in trouble. And I guess that was the whole point of shoving me into the desert, huh? Wasn't it? To keep me safe? More like safe and stupid.
Link!
You don't protect someone from poison by never telling them what the skull and crossbones mean, Shiek. Either you people start being straight with me, or I'm gonna drink that poison and never know what hit me. Let's start small. Where is Zelda? An odd, wry look twists Shiek's face.
Start small.
He says, as though there's something ironic in that statement. He moves over and sits down on his bed, avoiding my gaze for a moment. He takes a deep breath, then turns back to look at me.
Link, I am...
Shiek!
The door bursts open, and a young Shiekah, probably about my age, bursts into the room, panting heavily. He stares from me to Shiek and back again.
This is the kid who's causing all the trouble?
I raise an eyebrow at him. Yeah, nice to meet you too. Man, I am really starting to love this Shiekah hospitality. The guy grins at me. An honest-to-dang grin. Honest Shiekah! Will the wonders never cease?
Yeah, I guess you haven't had that great reception. My name's Hunter, and you're Link and that's Shiek. Now we're all introduced.
He turns back to Shiek.
They've caught another prisoner. A Gerudo. Can you believe it?
Neesha!
She says she knows you.
Hunter says, looking at me, then turns back to Shiek.
Anyway, Detsu taken her personally to the dungeon. He intends to lock her up with Link.
Shiek blinks, and some kind of realization suddenly widens his eyes.
But Link's not there.